I was gonna make this video about my favorite Winter Olympic sports moments, my favorite winter sports moments, the all-Asian podiums, because as a proud Asian American, that really meant something to me. I wanted to talk about Alyssa Liu, her comeback, her joy, her skating, like she had nothing left to prove and everything to give. I wanted to talk about the Blade Angels. I really love the name Babes of Glory, by the way. I truly thought that was the best nickname. But the Blade Angels. And I wanted to talk about Chloe Kim competing in her third Olympics and still being the standard, truly the standard of her sport. I wanted to talk about Lindsey Vohn's amazing comeback story, the grit, the resilience. And I also want to wish her a speedy recovery after that crash because that woman truly defines the word perseverance. I still truly love all of those moments. But instead, I feel the need to talk about something else now. Because my actual favorite part of this Olympics, of the winter sports, is women. Women continuing to carry the majority of U.S. medals. Women continuing to win gold. Women continuing to show up again and again and again and again. For 6 straight Olympics, American women have won the majority of U.S. medals, the majority of the gold medals. And in hockey specifically, the U.S. women's national team has medaled in every single Olympic tournament since women's hockey was introduced in 1998. Every single one. 3 golds, that's 4 silvers, 1 bronze, and they just won gold in a dramatic 2-1 overtime win against Canada in the Olympics. The women's U.S. Olympic team is legendary. Meanwhile, the men's just won their first gold since 1980, and they absolutely have not won a medal in every Olympics that they've competed at. And somehow, after this win this year, there's a locker room call from the Cheeto Puff himself, joking that he'd be impeached if he also didn't invite the women's team. And the whole locker room laughs, as if the women didn't just win gold too. As if the women haven't medaled in every single Olympics that they've appeared at, something the men have not done. Obviously, that's the problem. The women don't need to be tacked on as an afterthought. They don't need to be mentioned as a punchline. They don't need validation from a White House invite or a call from a grapist PDF file either. Because mind you, that's who that locker room was laughing with. The women have been the standard. They've been the ones showing up and medaling for decades. But the tea of it all really is that no team should feel like a White House photo op is the ultimate prize anyways, especially now. What I love, though, is the women declining the invite and staying in their power and standing in their autonomy, and now they're headed to Vegas to actually have a real celebration. Thank you, Flava Flav. That energy, that's girlhood. That's women banding together, winning and supporting each other. That is women loving each other out loud and unapologetically. And it's all of us saying, F the patriarchy. Because truly, the excuses we hear from the men, like we're blowing all of this out of proportion, is the real issue. It's the same old song and dance that they sing every time, because that inherently submissive, passive attitude of men about all of this historically is why we are where we are as a society. It's not a secret that so many men do things for the validation and the gaze of other men, while also being loudly homophobic in the process as a collective. It's weird. And we see it. That was a locker room full of men performing for the validation of another man. A grapist PDF file, by the way. But back to my actual favorite part of the Olympics, the women. This Olympics being about the power and the talent and the pure amazingness of women, I should say. Women who are at the top of their sports, the comeback stories of these amazing women who have had children, who have lived a full life. The joy and the grit, the excellence without apologies, the amazingness of women. So let's not pretend that women are an accessory to the story, because women have always been the headline. And that, women being the backbone of the Olympic experience, that's my favorite winter sports Olympics moment. Every time. Until next time, y'all.